Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. I'm doing really good. Today's video is going to be week 6 of my dog Daisy's pregnancy. Let's get into this video. Okay, so week 6 is a really exciting week because as we saw in the last video, the puppies are now fetuses and no longer embryo, so they're growing a lot bigger. Last week they ended up about 20% of their size at birth, and this week around day 42 they're going to be about 30% of their size at birth, which is about 5 centimeters. Fetuses are now able to move a little bit. They're still kind of small, so it's going to be hard for us to see, but in the next week or so we might be able to see little baby movement, which is super exciting. But your dog might actually start to feel them moving, so you might see her looking at her belly sometimes. The baby skeletons are developing this week. Their fingers are ossificating. A lot of their major organs have completed their development by now. They're now getting their skin pigmentations, and the first few signs of hair on their head is appearing, and they basically look like little puppies now. Let me show you a little picture. On the 6 weeks, when it comes to your dog, she might start to show more signs of pregnancy, so her belly should start to get bigger and her nipples should start to get bigger as well. She might have a little bit of memory development. She will usually start to get more tired around this time, and her appetite should increase. It might be a little bit harder for her to have more food in her stomach, so she might prefer smaller meals throughout the day, but her appetite should really go up even though she can't have big meals at a time. Your dog might sleep more and look more tired. She might pant a little bit, be more hot, a little bit less comfortable when she is laying down. She might start showing some nesting behavior. I'll talk about it a little bit more in next week's video, but she might start to find a little spot to hide out in. She might scratch the floor a little bit. She might be a little bit restless and show signs of nesting. So yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about it in next week's video. When it comes to Daisy this week, there's a few signs. So her belly did definitely get bigger, and not only her belly, she just looks bigger all around. Whatever position she is, whether she's laying down or standing up, she just looks bigger. It is noticeable to pretty much everyone now. Her nipples have gotten really big this week. She didn't have a lot of memory development, but her nipples are really big and pink this week. She's definitely more tired. I think she has been showing some nesting behavior. She likes to sleep under desks and tables, like it's always been that way, but I find that in the last few days she's been doing it a lot more. So I think she's starting to look for a little spot, a little calm and quiet spot for her to have her babies eventually. She looks a lot less comfortable when it comes to either laying down, sitting down, or anything. She looks a little bit less comfortable. She moves a little bit more. I caught her looking at her belly a few times this week, so I'm wondering if the babies are moving maybe and she's feeling them. Another thing is she is super hungry, like very hungry. Her appetite did increase in the last few weeks, but this week she's like really hungry, and that is totally normal. She now has 3 meals a day, so you do want to increase your dog's portion now. I will try to show you what I feed her tomorrow. And that's pretty much it for Daisy, I think. Yeah, she's gotten bigger, her nipples are bigger, she is really tired, she hides out a little bit more. She pants also this week, not like a lot, but I can tell she's a little bit more hot than usual and a little bit less comfortable. And that's pretty much it for Daisy's week. So let me show you Daisy's belly and then what she eats, and we'll end this video now, and we'll see you guys next week. Okay, so here is Daisy. She is currently 41 days pregnant. So tomorrow she is officially 6 weeks pregnant. We're almost at the 3rd trimester. That is super exciting. We're in the last couple days of the 2nd trimester now. So let me show you guys her belly. As you can see, she's really tired, more than usual. But yeah, let's see her belly. Okay, she's laying down for us now, and you can tell right away, I think, that her belly is bigger. She's not super huge. I don't think she's gonna have a whole lot of puppies. The vet said 5 to 8 puppies, and I think that's pretty much what she's gonna have. I don't expect her to have over 8 for sure. She's not that huge. The babies are only 30% of their size at birth, but still, some dogs are really a lot bigger than this at the 6th week. So I don't know how big this litter will be. It's her first litter, so sometimes their bellies are tighter and smaller on their first litter, so we'll see. But yeah, that's her belly. It's still a lot bigger than last week, and it's really wider also. But yeah, that's her belly, and as you can tell, her nipples are a lot bigger. They're really pink, and especially these first few ones, These nipples have gotten really, really big. They're a lot bigger, and even this one. I don't know if she has started to shed her fur on her belly. I will give her a maternity trim next week, so I'll trim more hair around here. I'll show you guys when to do that next week. But yeah, for now, this is her belly. I'll try to show you when she's laying on her side, just so you can see the difference from last week. Okay, so she's laying more on her side now, and as you can tell, it is bigger than last week for sure. But yeah, you can see the babies are growing for sure in there. But like I said, some dogs get a lot bigger than this by this stage of the pregnancy. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see how many puppies she has. But yeah, her belly is growing for sure. I'm really excited to see next week. We'll talk about it in next week's video, but on the 7th week is where we get the most growth out of the puppies. So this is next week. Her belly should grow a lot and fast. If you looked at the last video from last week, this is a lot bigger. She's getting bigger for sure, and we're only 3 weeks away, just a little over 3 weeks away from meeting these little puppies, so that is super, super exciting. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, I'll try to insert clips from tomorrow showing what she eats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so this is what Daisy's breakfast looks like. Usually she only has one meal that is 0.8 pounds of raw food. I use the Big Country raw food. Today is turkey dinner. So usually she has 0.8 pounds of that and 4 pumps of fish oil for omega-3s. That's the oil I use from Thrive. But now I split her meal in two, so she has it for breakfast and lunch. So now for breakfast she has 0.4 pounds of that raw food. She still has 4 pumps of that fish oil. I also add 1 gram of this Nutrify powder. That's basically a multivitamin and minerals for dogs and cats. That's the green stuff you see on there. I also add an egg, which is an excellent source of protein, fats, minerals, vitamins for her and her puppies. And she also gets a couple tablespoons of kefir, which is a great source of probiotics and calcium. That's the one I give her. So yeah, this is what her breakfast looks like. Let's feed her now. I think she's pretty hungry. Okay guys, so this is Daisy's lunch. As I said this morning, she gets 0.4 pounds of this raw food for lunch, and that is it. I don't add any supplements on her lunch or dinner. All her supplements are added in her breakfast. Okay, so this is Daisy's supper. She has a 1/4 cup of the Open Farm puppy grain-free kibble. She gets a 1/4 cup with a little bit of water just so it's not too dry. And starting next week, she's gonna have a little bit more, but for now, it's only 1/4 cup. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.